From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. We ain't begin to tear you up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They're going to try and throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Saints at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, Kamara. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from him, and it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Watch the screen. 49, check 49.
Ready, go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Let's go
In
now.
search of 4
50,
yards here to pick up the first down.
All day.
Let's set, cut.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Down. Red, 38.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set, ready. Blue, 32. Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ready.
The last
Yellow,
run good for
22.
2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bang L. I don't think you
43 rail.
showing that.
Go.
Hands it off out of the gun. Room here to run. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Check 13.
Cut.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. There's Chris Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, They should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And again, back to Komet. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go. Here we
About
go.
set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Slice, 97.
Let's get in there.
Needle blue.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Man, that's trash. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
60 Eagle. Hurry. Dragon 60. Watch the screen.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Check field.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Isaiah Pacheco hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Wide, ultra, go ultra. Check, ready, go.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Ready, go.
Right back to him on first down to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Blaster 6.
Here's second and 8. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6.
Let's go, baby.
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Hut, hut.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Yellow.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Algier will try to pick it up. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Danny. Let's go.
Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's go.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Claws, 10.
53, Mike.
Watch the run.
Ready, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Panther 60. Watch the curl.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. That pass is caught by Hardy. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Here we go, set. On the ball. 70 Lions. Check 52.
Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let him know. Mike, 53.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Falcons send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so